Dissect DJs.
Give me a hoe if you got your funky bus fare. There's a double Dutch bus coming down the street, moving dirty fast, so kinda shuffle your feet. Get on the bus, pay your fare, then tell the driver that you're going to a double Dutch affair. Well, I'll be darned. Here it comes. The double Dutch bus is on the street. You better get off the curb. Move your feet. Bus fare, trans pass. That's the way my money lasts. Ain't got no car to get around. When I go to work, I gotta go downtown. Now I miss my train. That's a cold shit.
Ho!
Oh!
Hey!
Dude, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy DJ MC. Jag. What up, Steve?
Hey, DJ.
Freak out,
Yes,
yo.
I'm glad that we've gotten to a point where we had the rapport that I know that you're going to go for the reverb before I even have to ask for it now. Because the last episode I had to ask for it. And it is the Double Dutch Bus by Frankie Smith from 1981.
But who are we, dude? Who are we?
We're the DJs that like to spin it, mix it, throw it back, and dissect it. DJ Castle, DJ Jag, and
one of our favorites, guys. One of
our favorites.
Like, we're already saying it's going to be a 4-clapper at minimum. And like, this is our song. It gets down, it buggies from the get-go, and it has this random-ass horn that for some reason Castle and I both love.
I love the horn.
You guys know what I'm talking about. It's got the...
Such a good way to start the song. Right off the bat, I'm just going to say, the reason that I first started loving this song, Sunday Night Football, back in the day, used to always end their games with like their player of the game they would put on the bus. And they would always play this. At the end of Sunday Night Football, they'd be like, all right, let's go to the bus and see who the player. And it always started off with... And they'd be like, hey, let's go down to Marissa and talk to our players of the game. And the guy, I would literally wait. People would be like, oh, the game's over. Like, wait. They're gonna play the Double Dutch Bus. I'm waiting for the Double Dutch Bus to happen. And they did it for like a solid 10 years, and I loved it. I waited for every year. And then I remember just like a few years ago, it was suddenly gone. And I understand.
This has it. Yeah, dude. I love
So
it.
good.
It's like calling you and like, hey, come party.
I understand you got to
Come
change it
dance.
up, but I will tell you, the first season that I saw that they took away the Double Dutch Bus as like the player of the game announcement, I was crushed. I was like,
Frustrated.
maybe life's not so good anymore. Maybe things aren't just meant to be good from this point forward, you know? And it was sad. But the memory of the song still lives on. Here's my plan here today. I would like to dissect Double Dutch Bus with one question in mind. What the hell is it? What is this song about?
What is a
What
Double
it?
Dutch
What
Bus?
What's a Double Dutch Bus? So I want to...
I'm guessing it's one of those buses that like a double-decker is my wild
That
guess.
would make sense, yeah.
But why he's so happy about it and that we're all joining the,
Yeah, he's like, oh, if you bucket bus fare.
like were those double buses like fun? Like the moment you walked in, was it a dance party? Because if they were, that would be my mode of transportation. You know
That'd
what I
be
mean?
cool.
Like,
All right,
can you
I finally
imagine?
found it.
Can you imagine every morning just
What a bus to ride to work on, man. Like to ride wherever, man. I would get on there and there's like, and you get on there and there's like girls doing the double Dutch thing.
It's like it just starts your morning. It's just
Talk about, also talk about a skill that like I just never could have possibly picked up on that you see these girls do. Like when you walk through the streets of New York and you just see these girls be doing it, and they'll just like hop in and they'll just be like, oh, just do it. And
Oh,
like,
you talking about the double jumper? Is that double Dutch?
Double Dutch, yeah, that's what that is. Maybe that has something to do with the song. I don't know.
Huh.
But as I said, this was
Never combined those.
this was by an artist named Frankie Smith. This is his only top 40 song of all time. So yeah, I'm not really familiar with him otherwise, but it didn't really need to. I mean, you hear his voice and you're like, I don't know how much legs that has as like a career.
And plus, you'll hear later in the song, he doesn't really, he comes out with the lyrics that aren't really lyrics, which we all kind of know, but we don't know what the hell he's talking about. Am I right there? Like,
To be continued, yeah.
you think it's coming. You guys
I mean, but like kind of inspired a certain amount of speak that really dominated, I'd say, hip hop culture for a good period of time. So we'll get to that, but should we? How far did we get in the song? Should we actually go into the lyrics already, or
yeah, go into the lyrics because we heard a lot of them already, and then we slowed it down. Yeah. So what we got? What do we?
Give me a hoe if you got your funky bus fare.
Ho,
Oh.
ho.
All right, yeah. All right, so
Double Dutch bus.
quick story. My very first season working with the NFL, I used to work this one back corner room of the office that they would put the people to log games because the first thing I ever did for them. And I would wait through Sunday Night Football. I would always want to hear that part. Like, I should probably be going home by that point, but I always wanted to stay and do that. And I remember I always wanted to hear it. And there was one time, there was another guy who was a kind of like a real loud, like fun personality. He's actually a popular podcaster now. I believe his name is Jonah. I see him all the time, like pop up on like a podcast. He's well known now, but like at that time, he just worked in the office. And I remember when they started playing that, he goes, "Oh!" and I was like, "Oh!" and I was just like waiting for somebody that was in the room to like understand the magnitude and the awesomeness that was a Double Dutch bus. So I appreciated him on that. I cannot put enough stank on how much I loved this for Sunday Night Football, and I'm sad that it's gone. You know, Sunday Night Football's never the same for me again. It's kind of like how people feel about Monday Night Football with their "Are you ready for the football?" Anyways,
This is one of the first songs I used to DJ because it was in this little booklet of songs that my company used to have to make, and it was one of the songs that was in there, and I'd be like, oh, I know that song. And it was a good BPM. It's at that 119, 120 mark, kind of a disco, kind of a funk, kind of a fun song. And plus, it mixed into, I think we were going to talk about it later, but I'm just going to say it, Gossip Folk, Missy Elliott was remade later, and it was right around the time I started DJing, so I was able to go from that into a hip-hop, like, oh, everybody was like, oh, you're an expert DJ. I'm like, no, just Missy just completely bit off of Frankie.
She bit this hard. She kind of gave it new life.
Give it new life for sure.
Do you recall which disc this was in your early DJing days? Because I know.
Oh, I think it was 8. No. It was in the Platinum series, though. I'll tell you that.
In the early days of Justin DJing, he actually used to have to like switch out discs, and I used to go and like help him, and I kind of be his co-DJ, and he would literally just like have a book of discs, like a CDs.
Pretty sure this was on 20.
Yeah,
20,
and he just
20
knew,
number 2.
and it was all like nothing labeled. It was literally just like this one is disc 20, disc 19, disc, and he would just kind of know like, oh, this one is.
Disc 20 number 2 had this.
To change every song, he would literally go like, oh, dude, you know what, Double Dutch Bus would be good. That's disc 20. We gotta put that in there and play.
Yeah, gotta cue it up.
So much more work
all ear.
goes into it.
It was all ear, man.
Yeah.
CD days were all ear mixing.
Yeah, and I respect it. I respect that he went through that journey.
DJing is so easy now.
They made it so easy for all of us. All right, so then.
Yeah, get into what he's
Frankie
saying. He
says,
goes nuts. Go like just quickly.
There's a Double Dutch bus coming down the street, moving pretty fast, so kinda shuffle your feet. Do I get reverb for this part? Get on the bus, pay your fare, then tell the driver that you're going to a Double Dutch affair.
The
Double Dutch bus is on the street. You better get off the curb, move your feet. All right.
Downtown.
Everybody's getting down.
Uptown. I said downtown. Well, I missed my bus.
I would like to work. I'm looking at the lyrics, but I literally lost it.
Here, I'll do it. Give me that shit.
All right, you want to?
Yeah, give me that.
You need it? Have you ever done the song on karaoke? You can take it. You can get off reverb while we're actually just talking.
All right, yeah.
Doesn't work.
Let me see if I can.
It makes it.
Do this on karaoke, dude. Wait a minute.
Have you never tried it?
No.
You being a karaoke DJ and all the times that you spent like hanging around,
it's
like
a lot of-
I feel like this song should have been up your alley at some point. Just be like, let me do this song. And you do your voice. You'd probably start doing your like Justin dance moves and shit, and like start performing it.
Yeah,
I'd actually love to see
it.
it.
Never popped up in my.
Do you still do karaoke DJing?
I do not, dude. I quit that shit.
You'll be back.
If I ever need money, I'll be back. Dude. Yeah, if I ever.
It makes me sad because I didn't see you enough doing it, but like I kind of want to do this song now. I kind of want to go karaoke this song. Next time I go karaoke somewhere, I'm gonna have this in my back pocket.
All right, let me see where I'm at.
The beat just comes in so hard. Can we just hear the very beginning beat again?
Yeah. Wait a minute. You want the beginning beat?
Yeah, I just literally want to hear the way this beat comes in. It's one of my all-time favorite. Beat comes in and takes over.
I can do this. Ready?
Give me a hoe if you got your funky bus fare.
Double Dutch bus going down the street, moving pretty fast so you can shuffle your feet. Get on the bus, pay your fare, cause then the driver that you're going to a double dutch affair. 3, 5, 4, 4. Well, I'll be damn, here it comes. Double Dutch bus is on the street. You better get off the curb, move your feet. Bus fare, trans pass, that's the way my money lasts. Ain't no car, get around when I go to work. I gotta go downtown, now I miss my train. And that's damn shame. When I run late, that's through the blame. I gotta look like, wow, losing it. It's a hard one, man.
Losing it.
I was doing pretty good though, I had that shit. Let's hear him go.
Everybody's getting down, say uptown.
What? I said downtown. Well, I missed my bus.
Alright, wait, you're supposed to let Frankie do it.
Alright, let him do it. I'll let him go.
T-Ducks already got a hole in my socks, go ahead and laugh. That's okay, cause what I really wanna say, I got bad feet, my corns hurt. Top it off, I'm late for work. Let me tell you what I see when I'm dealing with a funky sidewalk. Let me show you how I walk when I gotta do my funky walk.
Funky walk.
Let me tell you what I say when I'm dealing with a funky sidewalk.
I said sugar.
It's kind of song that I actually don't even want to stop because it's just a fun energy. We still have the reverb on.
We got it out. Yeah, take me a second.
If we try to like succinct what he was just saying, it basically sounds like he was a guy who's trying to get on the bus. He missed the bus, and now he does what he hates to do. He's got to walk to work. His corns hurt. Everybody. All right. Let me see if I actually got uptown, downtown. Everybody's getting down. Say uptown, downtown. Well, I missed my bus. I know I'm late. I got to do something that I know I hate. I got to walk to work. 15 blocks. What the fuck?
Already got holes in my socks.
Oh, that is a bad combo, man. You got to walk 15 blocks to work.
Yeah, that's fucked up. That's a long. That's a bit. That's not that bad, but it is pretty. Like that's a solid.
That's the kind of thing that we actually
solid
have to,
4 miles.
We have to appreciate that we have like Uber nowadays. We got Lyft. You got taxis
4
if
miles,
you need to. You can always just call somebody.
It's a solid hour walk, man.
There have definitely been many times in life, especially back then, like just before Uber became a thing, it was very common for me to be like, all right, I know I have to go in that direction. I don't see a taxi. There was a time when all we had to do was like look for taxis and then just hope you saw one.
When I never was around for that world. In my world, 15 fucking blocks, dude. Can you believe? Like, and then on top of that, corns.
My corns hurt.
You got corns on your feet. You got missing. You got holes.
Wait a second. You don't remember a time before Uber? I have an issue with that. What do you mean? Uber's only been around since like.
I'm talking about
2014.
You said that you could just wave down a cab. I was like,
I've never seen that. The only
I've never seen that other than maybe you talk about like downtown Fullerton or something. Like you couldn't just do it anywhere.
Well, that was always the problem. Anytime that like I've been in a situation where it was like I need to get in that direction, I'm gonna start walking, and maybe if I see a taxi, I could flag it down because that was the only option you had. Because before Uber was a thing, which has only been around for like 10 years.
Yeah.
So before that, it was like. You had to just sort of hope you saw a taxi. And there was a lot of times where I would start moving in that direction and I'd be like, this could be like a solid hour plus walk. But once I see a taxi, like I'll just be like, oh yeah, that's how you hail a cab, you know? That was a thing. That always got to a point where I'd be like, well, I'm like halfway there now. I've come too far on foot. I'm just gonna make the rest of this happen.
Finish it.
To Vegas, how many times in Vegas have we walked from one another strip to the next? You know,
that's just a long walk. You don't realize like, oh, it's just
that's a fun town to walk around.
2 hotels down. 2 hotels.
Well, yeah, Vegas is the ultimate where you see your hotel and you're like, oh, it's right there. That looks so close. And next thing you know, it's like a 50-minute walk.
At least.
Yeah.
Plus you get caught up with all the.
And you're wearing like nice shoes, which get uncomfortable after a fucking minute. Yeah, too many times.
You run into people trying to take photos and you know. And then guys with cards trying to get you to, you know.
A whole bunch of these guys.
Yeah.
So I understand where this guy's coming from. And there's always been a certain point. I think this has disappeared a little bit in the Uber era, but there was an era where it was like, I just got to walk. I got to fucking use these feet. That's if I want to get there,
I don't know, man.
I just got to fucking make it on foot.
I would call, I think it was 1-800-666-666 or some shit like that, where it was just like all the numbers. It's a taxi. I always call it taxi.
I was never a taxi caller. I
called taxis.
Yeah, I should have been. I don't know.
They were a little expensive. That's why I loved Uber. When Uber first came around, it was incredible because the taxi ride, $25. Uber ride, $6. It was like crazy. Like, oh, this is super discounted. This is incredible. Yeah, I loved it. But now it's the same prices basically at this point.
Yeah, probably. I don't know.
It's a little more efficient because it's on your phone. So that's why. But anyways.
Yeah. I'm glad that we went through that. It's kind of like how we grew up without the internet a little bit. It was like we didn't know what we were missing. And now you look back and you're like, maybe I'm better for it. I think we were better for just like having to leg it out sometimes, you know. And I always, cause part of me enjoyed the adventure. You know, I've seen a lot of parts of LA that was just like, I really got to know that area because I had to walk my ass through it for miles and miles. Once you finally get there, you're like, you know what? That was a fine adventure. Nothing bad happened. Good to see the city. I tried to walk home from the Staples Center one time. You know that story.
We're getting close to like he's about to start going into the stuff we were talking about, and I was doing a little research to see if there was any like words or reason that
why it's called the double Dutch bus.
No, the part we're about to get into with the zigga zigga, like, you know, I'm trying to come up. People are coming up with reasons, and then this person said, "If only I'm just going to randomly."
Well, why don't we play it and then you see what. We'll discuss what you discovered on that research. I feel excited that you're actually trying to look shit up.
All right, I'm going to play it.
But don't let it get in the way of the episode.
Let's do it.
Is a gizzles? Yizzo, is at the mizzle, is at the whiz, a sizzo, the giz out and giz a biz ass bizzo. I said Yizzo, biz at the mizzle. I said Wilzy, Shilzu, Gilza.
I mean, what can you say?
The fuck are they talking about, man?
It's kind of like some pig Latin, isn't it?
It really doesn't mean nothing. Everybody's like, no, it doesn't mean shit.
I didn't
Everybody I looked up, everything I looked up was like, maybe a little pimp talk, apparently. It might be like some type of pimp talk. But other than that, nobody knows what the fuck he's talking about.
All right, let me actually see what the lyrics have for that part.
I got it. I already realized.
Right.
It's Igga Hizik Grizzle.
Oh, yeah, right. That's
Yizik,
exactly.
he's a zigga bizza.
Is it was a Mizzo Yizzo is a. You know what's funny is when it gets to that last part, it's like he's actually is trying to say something. It's like he's fighting his tongue. And he's like, no, but yeah, it's
and then the beat breaks down, like it just turns off and then like doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything.
It's early examples that you don't need words to make gems. And I think a lot of people have stolen from that pond and made all kinds of archetypes with it. So, namely, of course, Missy Elliott, as you mentioned, turned this into, what was that, Gossip Folk?
Yeah, let's see if I got it. Let's see if I'm on the right part.
Go ahead and play that.
Here it comes.
Look here.
Yeah, I mean, she just took it verbatim and threw it in her song.
I gotta say, though, if you're gonna sample something from the 80s, great song to sample. I gotta be honest, that was the first time I ever heard it, and It was another example, which I've brought up a whole bunch of times. I literally just did on, what was the most recent episode? Positive K episode. When you find the original version of a song that you've been hearing,
You're like,
on like
hold
a
up,
modern
dude,
day,
wait,
you're like, that's
original?
what it's from? And then you end up discovering like, oh, that song was way better than this one that I'm hearing. And yeah, Double Dutch Bus, it drop kicks that Missy Elliott song in a mouth.
Oh, yeah,
but it was a good song for her to sample, and I'm glad that she shed some light on it. But yeah, Double Dutch Bus kicks all kinds of gossip folk ass. What was that song? That was that song, right?
Yeah,
Gossip folk,
and be honest with you, I never really, after that ism part from Double Dutch, I don't remember anything after this. I feel like I'm seeing the lyrics. There's more
it keeps
to
going.
It.
Yeah, there's a whole second story. Let's go to the second half.
Bip, bop, bam, alakazam. But only if you're grooving with the Double Dutch man. Put on your skates, don't forget your rope. Cause I know I'm gonna see you at my Double Dutch show. Rebecca, Lolita, Fashawn, and Dawn. Every time you do the Double Dutch, you really turn it on. Bill Zarbra, Bill Zary, Bill Zeddy, Bill Zam, Till Zami, Bill Zarens, Bill Zabi, that's my man. Come on, get on my Double Dutch bus.
The Double Dutch Bus.
Fucking Bill Zabi's his man, dude.
Dude, I'm telling you, when that beat hits, every time in this song, that beat just like restarts. It just fucking hits me in the happy part of my soul. And like I said earlier, I think it's because it's connected to my memories of Sunday Night Football, which, like, being a huge football fan, Sunday nights were always like, you already had a great day of football all day, and then you had this awesome Sunday night game, which oftentimes were like produced so well by NBC.
Yeah.
And then it just hits you with that, and it just takes me back to so many good memories of having Sundays, and it's just a dope beat that just like hits you. It's smooth.
It's soft but hard.
It's
like
soft
funky,
but hard.
disco-y,
Yeah.
but also like
Yeah, it comes in like
joyous.
soft. It's so easy to listen
yeah,
to,
yeah.
man. I could listen to that beat all day. But yeah, let's get to the part where Frankie starts calling out random girl's name, which is always a crutch of songs like this.
It seems like
But
he starts off with good
He
names.
starts with real names.
Rebecca for sure, Lolita, kind of Bashan and Dawn.
Deshaun and Dawn.
Bashan, I gotta say, I've
Every
never heard
time
of, but
you do the Dutch, you really turn it on. Which also makes me wonder again, is the Double Dutch a reference for something? Is it something? What do you mean? Okay, is this just a bus? Are these just girls who sing on the bus? Is it girls that are doing the Double Dutch in like the middle of the street, and then he's like watching? He's just watching from like the stoop, and he's like, "Oh shit,
Oh,
they're
they're
going.
doing it, they're doing
oh, there
it.
goes Vashawn. Get in there, girl.
They are turning
Hop,
it on.
Skip.
They are turning
Yeah.
it on. Yeah, I don't know if that's it. But then he gets into some crazy names here.
Then his tongue gets heavy again, and he just starts being. It's like a wizard takes over his ability to speak, and he just keeps trying to push through it. That's what like half this song is. And he says, "Tizami, Tizarens,
No, you missed.
Bizabi."
You missed Bill Zabra, Bizarri, Blizzetti, Klazam.
None of those have ever been a name by
No,
anybody.
Tilzami, Tilsarence, Blizzabi, that's my man.
Come on, get on.
I feel like
my
he's
Double
adding.
Dutch
Okay,
bus.
here we're just going by this. Blizz, Arbra. I feel like that's Barbara.
Barbara.
Okay.
Mary.
Blizzari, that's Mary.
It's Mary.
Blizzetti, that's Betty.
It's got to be Betty. I don't know why.
And then
you got the L from.
And then he has Blizzbobby, that's Bobby.
Bobby. Tizami has got to be Tommy.
Terrence.
Tizarence is Terrence. What about Pazam? That's Pam.
Pam.
Sounds like you got a new nickname to use right there.
What was that? What was that one at?
Pazam.
Pazam.
That's a great nickname. Put that in your
Oh,
back
you got
pocket.
Pazam. I don't have Pazam.
Put
on
that
mine.
in your back pocket. It's about, yeah, I got it right there. Pazam.
So he goes from renaming them regularly to adding these Blizz and Mills, like almost like a Snoop Dogg did with his for Shizzle, my Nizzle, Tizzle, Kizzle.
Remember
that
earlier-
earlier?
Well, earlier when I said that this song influenced hip hop culture speak in a lot of ways, that was obviously directly bit by Missy Elliott, but
Wait a minute, dude. Let's go back. We can go back.
Snoop Dogg, Jay-Z,
No, what I'm saying
a lot
is,
of these.
with us figuring out the dissection of what he was doing, we can go back to where he was originally talking and figure out what
If
he was
you
doing.
use Snoop Dogg speak,
Yeah, so he says his daddy.
like when
Gazelle-
Snoop Dogg says, "Push his on
No,
yeah, double dizzle."
But you
Yeah,
know what I'm
yeah.
saying? We were trying to figure out. So he says his daddy, Gazali, he goes on this bunch of shit. So the first one is, "Hey girls,
Okay.
y'all have to move
Is out the way. You have to move out the way.
Move out the way so the girls can play basketball.
Basketball, yeah. Bizask.
Figure this out, dude. We're dissecting the shit out. Nobody has ever figured this out. Okay, I can guarantee.
Nobody's ever taken the time to figure out what double Dutch bus is.
I say. Wait,
where are you at?
We're after,
girls say. Oh. Is it was no you ain't.
You ain't.
No you ain't. Boy,
y'all better move.
Will say is ain't moving. We're not moving.
Well, we're not moving.
Boys. Shizu, Glize, Wizzo, Nizzo. Okay, what does that say?
Fuck.
Whew, that one's hard.
That one's getting there.
Shizu, Glize.
Damn it, he might have. Well, okay.
He just got drunk halfway through the studio
I got scared,
time.
but the next one says, we are playing double Dutch.
Okay, so they want them to move their basketball so they could do the double Dutch? So
they want the girls to move because the guys want to play basketball.
Okay, the girls are playing double Dutch and they want to play basketball. That's what's happening here. I still don't know what Shizu Glize is. Wizard.
Y'all move.
Why not, baby? That's what that is. Wizard, baby. That part.
Somebody playing.
We are playing double Dutch.
We are playing double Dutch. Yeah, we are playing Dutch.
Yeah. Okay.
What's that?
Milze Gizat.
Me.
Season.
Got somebody playing double Dutch.
I don't know what Mise is.
Who's
Who?
My girls.
Gizzin.
My girls.
My gizzerls.
Bring her in.
Yeah. Brizzing her is in. Is it okay?
Okay.
Is it okay? It's all right.
Is it okay?
It's all right. It's okay. Hit that beat.
Wait a minute. Fucking play that shit. We figured it out. Shit. Don't fucking fuck with us. Let's go.
Drop that.
Go. Dissect DJs.
Let me hear you say do that.
Do that.
Let me hear you say do that again.
Do that again.
Let me hear you say do.
Do the do.
Let me hear you say do the do.
Do the do.
Do the do.
Dissected that shit, dude. Everybody and their mom and grandmother has always asked, what did he say?
So many times.
What did he say? And we figured it out, although it's a little hard still.
I gotta be honest. At no point during dissecting this did I actually think we're gonna decode what that pig Latin.
And we didn't figure it out until he started saying names. Until he started doing the names, and he said Blizarbra, Blizzetti. Oh, okay. So he's taking that. Hey, girls, y'all have to move because we want to try to play basketball. What? No, we ain't. Yeah, y'all got to move. So
that was like the white flag that there might actually be something here. If we actually try to dig into a little bit. I feel like we just broke down Tenant.
Dude.
Nobody has
ever figured this is gonna make us go viral. This is the viral right here, dude. We figured it. Nobody has ever figured that out, and we did. Blast that shit.
Put that out. You're talking.
Nobody was like double Dutch bus. He just said, no. He's talking about the girls got to get off the court. We're trying to play ball, and they're like, no, we're not getting off. He's like, we got to get off, and he's like, okay, you guys are gonna do double Dutch? Like, yeah, we're gonna do double Dutch. We're gonna do double Dutch.
Evidence was right there because the song is called Double Dutch Bus, which actually mostly focuses on a bus, and everybody got taken aside by the red herring that was the bus when he talks about how he's late to work and he's got to walk to work and he's got his corns.
They focused on the bus.
Focus on the bus part.
But they didn't realize the double Dutch is
that
the
was
key.
just distracting you. Don't be distracted. Don't be distracted by the bus. That's over here. That was just part of the day. ultimately comes down to the fact that these girls were double dutching. Boys are just trying to play basketball with
it.
Bizarre, Deshaun, and Don.
Basically, yeah. So hey, wait. So let me tell you. Let me real quick. He's basically walking down the sidewalk.
Were those the girls playing double dutch? Deshaun and Don and Bizarre?
Yeah, all them girls. That's what, and then, but he was walking down the sidewalk because he has to do it. He did it again, and then he realized the guys wanted to play basketball, so he tried to butt in and be like, "Hey, you guys have to get off." And he was like, "No," which is a random story in and of itself why they went into that mode. But still,
the story doesn't have a lot of gravity to it or substance, but the story is what it is.
It is dissected by the Dissect DJs.
It sounds like a regular ass day in like Brooklyn. I'm imagining this taking place with like on the streets with like folks hanging out off their stoop. They got to get to work. They take a bus. They got to get to out of the bus stop to make it happen. And you get back from work. You want to play some ball. Girls are double dutching. Bizarre, Deshaun, and Don. What was the other girl's name? Tizamra, Tizami. I don't even know who these people are.
Oh, here it is.
You got to ask Frankie.
Somebody else did it. Damn, I thought we were the first ones. 1 year ago, somebody says, "Hey, girls, you have to move out the way so the guys can play basketball." I say, "What? No, you ain't. Y'all better move." I say, "What? No, we ain't moving." "Sugar, why not, baby? We are playing double dutch, double dutch, double dutch." "Me got somebody's playing double dutch." "Who?" "My girl. Bring her in." "Okay, all right. Okay, all right." It's exactly what it is.
All right, yeah, Justin. Now I have to kill you because you didn't have to actually say that.
Somebody else did it.
You could have just acted like we did at first because we actually figured it out.
All right, delete that. Delete what I said.
No, instead I'm just fighting you. I'd like to make it a regular episode.
Damn, I thought we had that.
I'd like to make it a just common thing where I attack Justin at least once an episode because that's 2 in a row now.
Yeah. All right. Well, somebody else figured it out.
Fucking giving I Love LA one slap. How dare you? How dare you?
All right. Well, we figured it out. A little dissection. If you hadn't figured out and the first time you heard it, give us a shout out. Hit us up on Instagram. DM us. Our DMs are getting flooded, so you might have to like keep trying because they might say because we're just getting hit up by too many people. It's crazy.
All right. But speaking of slaps, then, should we slap this one out? Say it was good? All right. Out of 5 slaps, what you giving Frankie Smith a double dutch bus?
3, 5, 4, 4. It's such a good song. It's such a good. No, be careful with that. We had a malfunction already.
No, I shouldn't throw my headphones.
It's a great song. It makes no sense, but it does. It's a great dance song, but it's also a good groovy song. Everybody likes it. I've been listening to this since I was a kid. We listened to it during the NFL. It fits. It's just it. It's just a good song.
Great memories attached to the song.
Something about nothing bad about it. Everybody likes it for some reason, and so therefore it gets the 5, man. It's my 5. What do you got?
I'm gonna go with. Isn't Gizzy?
Gizzy. What I tell you, it's that good. It's that good. You know you like it, guys. Don't act like you don't like it. Go ahead.
Here's the thing.
Go ahead. Talk to me.
This song is impossible not to have a good time to. You put this on anywhere, and it's gonna be great vibes. Yes, it gives me vibes of like fantastic memories of NFL Sundays. It also just like I remember seeing this guy perform this one time at a karaoke spot, and he was like doing the Frankie Smith voice, and immediately everybody was like into it. It just like gets everybody moving and busting and like jumping up and down and like that. It's just a fun song. Nobody really knows what it means unless you listen to Dissect DJs, and then we decode that message for me.
We told you what it meant. We told you.
Inception style. Don't ever tell anybody you didn't learn something from the Dissect DJs because you did here today.
Yes.
That's like a sound.
That's like a sound. Zigga, zigga, zigga.